After a shooting on the news a few years ago, somebody on my friends list messaged me and asked me to stay safe. I was a little surprised by this, but was touched by it and thanked him for caring. And now, every time a YouTuber dies, I think about it again. What if I died? Not that I intend to die anytime soon, but what if? How would you find out about it? It's not as though I upload regularly enough that it would be immediately apparent if something did happen. And I don't think there are a lot of people who are both in my personal life and online. At least, not within the communities that would watch my content. The only way people would find out about it would be from rumours, which are unreliable at the best of times, or from the news if I was to go out in a particularly spectacular way. I thought of having, what's quite aptly named, a dead man switch. Perhaps a video that I constantly schedule to be released in a week's time, so if something does happen to me, people will know about it and there's at least some degree of finality to the content that I release online. But, of course, at some point I won't be able to get to my PC for a week and it'll be released whilst I'm still alive. Which would be awkward. I could set it further into the future, maybe a month or even a year ahead. But then, because I'd have to reschedule it so infrequently, I'd inevitably end up forgetting and it would be released anyway. Once again, awkward. A bit like that time in early 2012 when, after almost a year of inactivity, a juggling video randomly released on kliksphilip. You guys posted a lot of confused comments. And rightfully so. Even I don't know what that was about. Maybe it was some kind of joke that I played on myself 3 years prior. The digital graveyard will only grow, and it's about time the likes of YouTube starts addressing it seriously. In a world of connections, it's an important, if unwanted, situation that we'll all have to deal with, if for nothing more than for closure, and as an online obituary for people to pay their respects. Or, as this is YouTube, their disrespects. Problem is, my online presence is a little more complicated than most. Thanks to my slightly paranoid nature, I've made it difficult to link my online accounts together and to figure out where everything is and where it all ends. I could still forget important information that would lock me out of my own accounts whilst I'm still alive. I then have to resort to an elaborate Crystal Maze style challenge to get it all back, which I was sensible enough to set up a few years back. When I die, it's not like I personally care about everything I had anymore. It's not as though I can take it with me, but I understand the world continues to exist for everybody else, including the people I care about. But if I struggle enough with my online accounts, what hope do they have of understanding it? If I had a few minutes before my death, lucky enough to be lucid and aware, what would I spend that time doing? Would it be spent telling my loved ones how much I cared for them? Or would I instead scream at them, demanding that they wrote everything down, before wrapping my 100-character long master password in my dying breaths and hoping that they could pick it all up from there? I thought of giving my parents a morbid to-do list in the event of my death. You know, announce on the CSGO and AMD subreddits that I've died, to switch my YouTube's AdSense accounts over to their banks, and to access logins for where I've stashed my online hundreds. They can even try their luck with that crypto bank that's holding my Litecoin hostage. But they'll probably have enough to worry about with my death already, especially if I die before I'm supposed to. Why burden them with more? Let's face it, this is what wills are for, isn't it? That thing that we all need to get around to doing, but never seem to find the time. I'm making it something I get done this year. Could get a will-making DVD for my birthday or something. Maybe along with it, I'll prepare a video that announces my demise that will, hopefully, remain private until the time is right.